Nearly 8,000 people evacuated from their homes this morning as dry conditions fuel more than a dozen wildfires in California.
More than 5,000 firefighters across the state are battling fires. They are sharing resources and hoping that cooler temperatures this week will help them get the upper hand.
The breaking news, the state of emergency in California, where 12 wildfires are burning right now. One in particular, the so-called Valley Fire, is fierce, fast-moving, and fatal. And tonight we've got the stunning images and the survivors, both human and animal.
Wildfires. Over this past year, they have taken and destroyed hundreds of lives and burned hundreds of thousands of acres in California alone. Fires occurring throughout the western United States have destroyed almost 9 million acres of forest this past year alone. With the fires burning down thousands of structures throughout California, CoreLogic, a property analytic firm, states that the cost to rebuild all of the property damage could reach up to $65 million. Some, close to 20,000 people, were ordered to evacuate the area close to fires. This type of tribulation is a huge burden for these thousands of people who live in the area close to the fires.
While these fires do have immediate effects on people and the environment, there are also effects that could damage long after the fires have passed. According to Sean Refuse, an air quality analyst at the Crocker Nuclear Laboratory at UC Davis, wildfires blazing throughout Northern California produce as much pollution in a week as cars do in a year. He also stated the wildfires led to the worst air pollution ever recorded in the surrounding areas. That amount of toxins in such a concentrated area could cause people to inhale high amounts of pollution. According to Kyla Young from a study at Montana State University, she said that this could lead to increases in risk for cancer, lung disease, and cardiovascular disease.
These fires in California also affect the environment and wildlife. The fires can improve conditions for certain animals, but these fires trap and kill many while destroying habitats and plants used for food. The soil can be greatly affected by these fires burning throughout the lands, and it can cause soil erosion and contaminate the structure of the soil with ash and soot.
Now that we have discussed the harmful effects of wildfires, let's mention some causes. According to the United States National Park Service website, wildfires are rarely caused by wildlife at all. As many as 90% of wildland fires in the United States are caused by humans. Some human-caused fires result from campfires left unattended, the burning of debris, negligently discarded cigarettes, and the intentional acts of arson. Since many fires are from human error, it's something that can be prevented by everyday individuals. However, some environments are more prone to fire season than others. We interviewed a local firefighter named Matt Leon, and this was his perspective on the causes of fires in California.
So the past 10 years in California, the fires, it's been a mixture of the environment, the way people are, the way, the way of life that we've been creating for ourselves. I mean, obviously the environment, the drought has occurred, like the bark beetle. Yeah. So these trees are, they're starting to dry out. And these bark beetles, which trees are supposed to be able to defend themselves across from them, are not being able to do that anymore because they're so dry, they don't have enough to just fight them off anymore. So these trees are getting eaten alive, if you want to call it.
Yeah.
And they're getting hollowed out, dry, and so these fires are coming along in which fire's not going to burn something that's, firewood, it's dry, it burns. If you throw wet wood into a fire, it's not going to burn. So these trees are so dry that the fire is just, engulfing them so quickly, and the fire just moves so fast. And so now we have all these dead trees, all this fuel in California, anything is going to set it off. These little light fuels, light flashing fuels, all it takes is, a cigarette on the side of the freeway and it can take a whole little forest or something,
Many of these causes are easy fixes for humans. All it takes is a little more surrounding awareness. For example, there are already laws enforced in California pertaining to whether or not people can have a campfire while camping. Oftentimes, if there is not a designated fire pit, then a campfire should not be ignited. But if individuals do have a fire, proper steps need to be executed when putting it out. Before starting a fire, leaves and other debris should be pushed away from the burning area. Then when the fire is coming to a smolder, throwing dirt and a lot of water on it will help it completely go out and not spread. Another easy fix to a common cause is proper disposal of cigarettes and other possibly flammable objects. There are many things we can do to ensure the safety of ourselves and our family during the time of a fire. Being prepared and ready to evacuate is very important because it will help keep you focused and act quickly. According to CAL FIRE, there are many things we can do to ensure that we are prepared for a fire. Make sure that you have an evacuation plan checklist, and this checklist will include the things to do inside and outside of your home to ensure the best safety for your property. You should also make sure that you have an emergency supply kit in your car. This will include important items like birth certificates and passports. And if there's enough time for you to prepare, bring things that are irreplaceable like family photos and computers that might have important information. Being prepared is a very important step to take to ensure the safety of yourself and your family.